DePIN mining is getting hotter and hotter. For example, check out these stats if you got in at the testnet and wanted to sell your tokens today. These DePIN, which are providing some sort of decentralized infrastructure network, right, would cost you between $400 and $5,600. Those tokens at testnet, compared to if you sold them around now, would yield returns between 346% to 2,765%. Today we're looking forward at a new device called Wayru. Well, actually, they have 3 different devices with different rewards scaling. Hey, I'm Vosk here on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. We are working with Helium Deploy as an affiliate on this drop. But most importantly, we've got a coupon code VoskCoin25 to save you some coin. So huge shout out to them for making today's video possible, as well as that discount. So this is the device, and when you watch this video, that's going to basically be the beginning of the drop by the time we get this edited and published, and that's sort of the purpose here, to make sure we get this video out on time, right? And everyone who's a VoskCoin subscriber with your notifications on, you're going to get notified. You're incredible. Thanks for keeping this channel alive. And this isn't financial advice. I don't know how this is going to play out, but if you do participate with this, I hope it works out well for all of our sakes, right? So this device, it's kind of like a Wi-Fi miner, right, if you will, and it's called the Apocalypse Hotspot. It's interesting naming and branding there. Looks like the gaming ones, they look more like freaking alien battleships than they do some sort of network device. I had numerous Netgear routers and things like that over the years. I didn't actually find them ever to be particularly good, but man, they did look cool. They did look cool. So coverage 200 feet. PoE, I love that. Power over Ethernet, right? So you could run an Ethernet cable to this and the device will operate as long as you have a switch or whatever else that facilitates power over Ethernet. It's not as simple as just plugging in an Ethernet cord, right? For example, you need a PoE switch, right? And so here's a TP-Link PoE switch, power over Ethernet switch, and it can provide up to 65 watts there, which is a ton of PoE, $44. Setup time, 30 minutes to 2 hours, and it earns testnet tokens. So we'll talk more about the tokens, tokenomics, things like that. All right, so Helium Deploy boasts that they can receive cards as well as, of course, cryptocurrency there. 3 different Wayru miners in the mix here. The Apocalypse, the Prometheus, and the Eclipse. Reward multiplier 1 to 2x there, different coverage and so forth. They have an app to set this up. I haven't gotten one of these in yet to review, which is why we're just going to run through all the specs here in today's video. But it's supposed to be a cost-effective indoor Wi-Fi miner, MediaTek chipset, seamless high-speed Wi-Fi 6 connectivity across various environments, right? What does this device have to do to get rewarded though, right? Send 24 hourly signals, continuous radio uptime, latency of 50 ms or less, and minimum upload speed of 5025. So if you have really terrible internet, make sure you're aware of this, because that could absolutely be something that would eliminate your eligibility, right? If you're not hitting these markers, you may not be rewarded or be rewarded at a lower quantity there. Why does this thing even exist? Private 5G networks and industrial facilities, affordable global Wi-Fi, gamers, tourism, events. I'll be honest, the pitch is not interesting or appealing to me at all, but maybe I'm just not the target market. Maybe you see this and think that's really cool. I see these things being very valuable in very congested cities, especially with high tourism there. That's one way I could see things being useful. Maybe if you wanted to set up a Wi-Fi network just in general, you could do it with this and then be rewarded in crypto for it instead of just running your Wi-Fi network for no reason. I don't know. I hate the city. So the city aspects would never be applicable to me personally, and I find it a bit harder to conceptualize the city these days. I try to stay out of the cities. I think in the internet era, there's huge risk being in cities with potential reward, right? But I can do all this stuff from the sticks, which is where I happily reside. They incorporated back in 2021, absolute parabolic bull run year. Wayru's shared Wi-Fi enables universal seamless internet connectivity. I guess that could be good if I'm being rewarded for it. Main challenge, offload mobile data to Wi-Fi at lower prices than what network operators pay today, right? Their tagline on their website is free the internet, blockchain-based unified global Wi-Fi network. Build the network. I feel like I've heard that one before. Share Wi-Fi, mine crypto, get free Wi-Fi, earn crypto. Now this seems like a losing proposition to me, but I could be wrong. This is still early, even though this project has been around for years now. So this is a tokenized project, right? Rooted in DePIN. They have a token. They also have some DC. Remember, we've seen DC and DePIN projects before. Data credits are the exclusive currency for premium services within the Wayru network. DCs can only be created by burning these tokens. So they're trying to facilitate and create their own tokenized economy here within their unique hardware. Deploy a hotspot, assigned to a host, delegated to a trusted deployer, tokens are burned, creating a demand. The burn rate will increase, tightly linking the value of Wayru tokens to the utility provided by the network. So it's the classic pitch. If this takes off and does well, the tokens should hopefully follow with their burning mechanics that they're trying to integrate here. What's the allocation look like? 50% of the tokens will go to the team. It's got a 50% pre-mine. 20% to investors, 8% to the foundation, 20% to the team, 2% to investors. So 5 billion tokens pre-minted to the team. They have a lockup period of 12 months, followed by a 36-month vesting schedule there. And the other half of tokens go to the network operators. And looking at the timeline, I imagine that they're trying to hit this incoming bull run. Who knows what happens, but this seems like a project that could hit a cycle, could hit some hype, would go heavy in marketing, but really being viable and lucrative from my point of view, not being on the team, long term, the 50% is so much of the token allocation. They will have all of those tokens within 4 years. That's a lot. So let's bring it back to the Wayru apocalypse and how you start earning these testnet tokens, which will allow miners to realize real tokens according to Helium Deploy. Not only do they have an exclusive distribution on this drop of hardware, and of course the coupon code VOS25 that we discussed earlier, but remember that reward multiplier, 1.25x to 2x? That is apparently exclusive to Helium Deploy, which creates a very unique selling factor for them as opposed to getting this somewhere else. We focused very heavily on the Apocalypse, but there is also the Prometheus device coming in at almost 3x the price. It's basically an outdoor Wi-Fi device, calling it an outdoor Wi-Fi miner, PoE support there as well, a bigger coverage area, but more importantly from a miner's point of view, a bigger reward multiplier. So if you had the budget, assuming that rewards scale with price to some degree, and then we have a reward multiplier, this could be a better buy. What do you think about all this DePIN mining craziness? Are you about to jump in, or is it not interesting? I'd love to hear your thoughts on why down in the comments below. Again, I'm Vosk here on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. I hope you subscribe if you like this content. We're going to continue exploring all of this crazy crypto stuff, especially DePIN mining, which is not only not going away, there seems to be a new device every time I turn around lately, for better and worse, right? But hey, let's close it out in style with 10 seconds of Tails, who of course is our CMO, our Chief Mining Officer here at the VoskCoin YouTube channel.